Hey everybody, welcome back to Andrina's Creations. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to customize your own crayons. I'm going to be showing you two different types of crayons on how to customize them. You can use any software of your choice. You're going to see how easy this is. And of course, I'm going to be sharing the supplies that you're going to be needing. So let's get started. You're going to need your crayons, of course. So I'm going to be sharing these two different ones, the Crayon King brand and also the Crayola brand. So it's going to be very easy. Just measure your crayons and also the sticker paper of your choice. Now, make sure whatever sticker paper that you do choose has to be compatible with your printer. Meaning, if your printer is pigment ink, you're going to need pigment ink sticker paper. And also, if you're going to be doing a dye ink paper, your printer has to be dye ink. As you can see here, this Koala brand is for dye ink inkjet printer. That's why your paper is always smudging. Your ink is always smudging because you are not using the correct paper for your printer. And here is a fractions measuring tape. You need to measure your crayon, the length and the width. And that's how you know the measurements that you're going to be putting in the software of your choice. Today I'll be using Silhouette Studio. Silhouette Studio Basic Edition is free. The Business Edition is a one-time payment. I'll leave the link down below. Right now it's on sale for $50. The original price is $100, but you can use the Basic Edition for this. You don't even need a cutting machine to do the customized crayons because all you need to do is design and print, and you can cut with a pair of scissors. You can also do a print and cut, so you can do this in Cricut Design Space. You can do this here in Silhouette Studio, Photoshop, Publisher, Microsoft Word, Canva. It doesn't matter. All you need is a software to design, and then you're going to print. If your screen might look different than mine, this is because I have the version 4.4895. If you are brand new to Silhouette Studio and you first download it, I never recommend downloading the newest version because it always crashes. So you can go ahead and download one of the older versions. Also, if you have one of the newer versions and you are realizing like what's going on, my stuff is always freezing or crashing, go ahead and uninstall Silhouette Studio and download one of the oldest versions. Like I said, again, the version that I'm using is 4.4895. Also, I am on dark mode if you don't like how it looks right now. So or if it looks different, as soon as you put it right here in the bottom right corner, you can switch to light mode and you can switch to dark mode. I do like mine on dark mode. Again, if this is the first time that you open Silhouette Studio, the first thing I need you to do is go here to your settings. Again, it's on your bottom right corner. You're going to click on settings. You're going to click on tools, and everything here where it says after creating a shape, after drawing, and all this stuff right here, I need you to put everything to choose to select. You're going to click on apply and then click on OK. Those are the first thing you're going to do. Second, depends on what paper size you are going to be using. You need to change your media size. So the media size that I'm going to be using is 8.5 by 11. So the first paper icon, the first icon on your right, it looks like a piece of paper. You are going to click on that, and where it says media size right here, I'm going to change that to 8 by 11 because I am using an 8 by 11 paper. That is the size where you're going to change whatever paper, cardstock, vinyl, and so on. I'm going to leave everything right here on cutting mat and cameo. Again, even though you don't have a cutting machine, don't worry about that because you don't even need a cutting machine to cut these labels out. So these are the first step, changing your media size to 8 by 11. Again, that is the first icon here, and you're going to change your media size to 8 by 11. I also have some stuff turned on here on my first page setup. That is the second option right here. So where it says show guides, snap to guides, and enable smart snapping, I have those turned on. So as soon as you go ahead and measured your crayon, you're going to go ahead and write those measurements in a piece of paper. Next, you're going to go here all the way to your left to your shapes, and you're going to grab the rectangle. You're going to make any rectangle here of your choice and just have it there selected. I'm going to go ahead and color it, and that is on your fill icon that looks like a paint palette. I'm going to go ahead and color it the color pink just so you can see it right here on the screen. I'm going to show you what the zoom out and the zoom in button is here. Is up here, the zoom out, and this is the zoom in and zoom out. And also the one that has a mouse with the magnifying glass, you click on that, and wherever you click is going to zoom in right there. And why I'm saying that is because here, if you zoom out, you're able to work around all this area here in Silhouette Studio. Now, everything you put here in your canvas is what you're going to print or cut, but you can go ahead and work all around, okay? So while I have my rectangle selected, you're going to go ahead and unlock it. Right here, there's a lock while it's still selected. There's a lock here. It says width and height. You unlock that if it is locked, and you're gonna go ahead and type the measurements that you measured your crayon on the height and on the width, right? So whatever measurements you have, that's what you're gonna go ahead and put. The same measurements goes in any software because that is the size of your crayon. Okay, so that's it. Once you put your measurements in here, then you're going to go ahead and start designing. Now, if you want to go ahead and quickly go to Google just for personal use only, I'm going to search a bluey background or Microsoft Bing, however you want to call it. I'm going to click here on images, and I'm going to go ahead and select any image that you guys want to use. This could be for any theme of your choice. Let's say I do like this one. I'm going to right click, copy image, go into Silhouette, right click and paste. There's two different ways on how to put this image into this rectangle. I'm going to select it. I do have business edition, so I do have the property dropper here all the way to my left corner. I'm going to click on that, then click here on my image, and then right here you're going to see it on my rectangle. I'm going to go to my fill icon that looks like the paint palette. I'm going to click on the third option here. I'm going to click on where it says aspect ratio on the first aspect ratio, and there you go. Then you can go ahead and grab a shape all the way on your left, the oval, click on it, and go ahead and make an oval just like this. Let's go ahead and color that up, so you can see it here on the screen. And then I am going to go ahead and leave it selected. Let me go ahead and zoom in. I'm going to go here to my offset icon that looks like a double star. Let me go ahead and color that a lighter color. I'm going to go here and select that. I'm going to click on the double star. That is the offset. I'm going to click on offset, and you could play around with how big or small you want the offset. And I'm going to go ahead and color that the color black. So you see I have two different colors here, and then I'm going to go ahead and select them both, duplicate, right click, and make this a compound path. I'm going to go ahead and remove that, and then I have this here that looks like this, and then I'm going to go ahead and make this one a little bit smaller. And then you go ahead and arrange it just a tad bit. And you can go ahead and color match it. When you are in the fill icon, you have also a color dropper here. So you can click on that and then come over here to color it the same color as your design. And I'm gonna go ahead and color that the same thing. When you do something in Silhouette Studio, it always has that red outline. So I'm gonna click on the outline color that's right under the fill icon. I'm gonna click on the second option. There's gonna be a square there that has lines over it. That means there's no color, and that is your no color option. Then I'm gonna go ahead and center this right here. And then you're gonna go ahead and type the name. Before I continue, I'm gonna start using my template if you guys don't want to measure and so on. I'm gonna be offering two templates on my website, andrinaskreations.com. One for the Crayola King, one for the Crayon King and one for the Crayola. So this is how my template is going to look. Of course, it is compatible with Cricut Design Space and Silhouette Studio. So this gonna come with the SVG and the Silhouette file. So this is how the Crayon King template comes. I'm gonna be offering this design on it as well, and then the same thing for the Crayola wrappers. This is how it's going to look, and the way you use these is the exact same way that I was showing you how to design. Now when you do go ahead and purchase this template, you do have to save it, and then you have to extract it and save it, and then you're gonna go ahead and go to your file here, and then go ahead and locate wherever you saved your file. So let's say, let me go ahead here, and then you just click on the file and you can drag it into Silhouette. And in Cricut Design Space, you have to go to browse and upload from inside of Cricut Design Space, upload your SVG, okay? And with the Cricut Design Space, I do offer the measurements that you have to put for Cricut Design Space. You just move the measurements to the side and only resize the labels, the two labels by itself, okay? So how do you use this? It's the same way. I'm going to go ahead and right click and ungroup it because everything's grouped together. You need to make sure everything's ungrouped. And like I said, I gave y'all these two designs right here. So I'm going to go ahead, me personally, I'm going to go ahead and download my backgrounds from Creative Fabrica. I love this website. I mean, y'all get sick of telling me. I always mention this website to you guys. It has digital paper. It has fonts, SVGs, you name it. So I went and downloaded the Under the Sea digital paper set. Also this one right here, Under the Sea baby digital paper. And I think this one as well. So once I click download, if you do not want to pay monthly for this, you will have to pay individually for everything here. But because I do have the membership, I just get everything for free monthly as long as I pay it. Once I download it, I go ahead and locate right here the history, like on my downloads. I just click here on the folder. Then I click here and then it says extract all. I go to browse and locate the folder where I want to save it at. I do have an external hard drive that is called Under the Sea. I click there and then click select folder and it saves there. Same thing with my template. You'll do the same thing. You extract and save it, okay? Once everything's extracted, I go here to my file folder. But there is two different ways on how to bring stuff inside of Silhouette Studio. You go to file and merge. Do not click file and open because you're going to open a new document. So you go to file and merge to merge it here, or you go down here to your file folder and you locate that folder that I just talked about, that mine is called Under the Sea. And then whatever you like, all you have to do is click on it and drag it into Silhouette. That's it. That's all you do. And I'm going to zoom out so you can see. You drag it in and that's all. And then remember, I have my everything ungrouped, so I'm gonna select one rectangle. I'm gonna click here on my property dropper on my left, click on it, click on the digital paper. It looks kind of distorted as you can see, so I'm gonna go here to my fill icon. Then I'm gonna click here on my third option and click on the first aspect ratio. If you do not have Business Edition, you're gonna say, well, Andrina, I do not have that property dropper here, and this is how you do. I'm gonna right click and duplicate it. And let's color that a color so you can see. All you have to do is, let's put this a little bit smaller. You're going to go ahead and bring that there. I'm going to select them both. I'm going to go here to my modify icon that looks like a rectangle in a circle. And I'm going to click on crop, as you can see. Now, you might say, well, I can't see everything there. And all you have to do is keep it selected. Go to your fill icon that looks like a paint palette. Go to your third option, which is your pattern fill option. Come down here where it says scale, and you can go ahead and scale it down, or you can even scale it up. All right. And you can always do this even if you use your property dropper or the crop option, doesn't matter. You can always use that scale option. All right. So also, I want to change the colors of the design I put in there. So I'm going to select everything, hold my shift key, and only click on the rectangle so everything else is selected. I'm going to go to my fill icon. I'm going to click here on the dropper. I'm going to come up here and match it with that fish that was there. And as you can see, that is that color. Boom. I like how it looks. Now I'm going to click on the A on my left, then A on my right. I'm going to select any font of my choice, and I also download fonts from Creative Fabrica. I'm going to click here anywhere on my screen, and I'm going to start typing. I'm going to click somewhere else to get off the edit mode. I'm going to select it again. I'm going to go here to my fill icon, and I'm going to use that dropper here, and I'm going to click here to match it with this color. As you can see, it has a red outline. So I'm going to go back to my line style. Click there for the no color option. And then when you minimize it, I'm going to pull from the corners from the sides. I mean, do not pull from the sides because you're going to distort it. You're going to pull from the corners only. Then I'm going to go here and make it smaller. And I'm going to go ahead and keep making it smaller till it fits. I like how everything looks. I'm gonna click here on my screen, select everything, right click and group it, and that one is done. All right, so let's go ahead and design this one. And I'm gonna go ahead and put both templates together on one screen. So I'm just gonna select all this, right click, copy, so I don't have two documents, right click and paste. And this is for the Crayola King, and these are for the crayons. All right, the same way that I brought in the other digital paper is the same way I brought these in. All I did was go to my file folder and dragged it in here, or you can copy and paste. Okay, I'm gonna click on my rectangle, click on the dropper on my left, click on the digital paper, go to my fill icon, go to the third option and click on the first aspect ratio, select everything, hold my shift key and only select the rectangle. I'm still in my fill icon, select here, and I'm gonna go ahead and color this I'm gonna hold the shift key and also unselect the middle part, and then I'm gonna go ahead and color that white. Then I'm gonna go ahead and just click on this. I'm gonna ungroup this so I don't have to type again. And I'm gonna select that name, duplicate it, and bring it up here. And I'm gonna go ahead and color match it. And I'm gonna repeat the same steps with these over here. Make sure it's ungroup, right click and ungroup it. Select that. I'm gonna delete this digital paper because I no longer need it. Okay, so after you're done designing, you are ready to print. If you do not have a cutting machine, like I said, you can just go ahead and print from here. So also, let me point something out. As you can see, you can barely see the border of this on where to cut because it's white all around. So the way that you could tell where to cut is if you click on that rectangle and you go to your line style color, where it says thickness, if it says 0, you're never going to see that line. So I recommend putting it at 0.25, 0.25. Go here to your color and then put it any color of your choice. Now when you unselect it, you are able to see that line so you know where to cut by hand, okay? Now when you're ready to print, you're gonna go ahead right here to your printer icon all the way on your top left corner. You're gonna click on print. You're going to go ahead and select the printer of your choice. And then right here on preferences, make sure everything matches the 8x11 and the paper settings that you want and where you're going to be printing, if it's from your top feed or your tray and so on. Then you're going to click on OK and then click on print. I'm not going to print right now, but that's how you print. If you do not have a printer at home and you do have business edition, you are able to save this as a PDF file, meaning that nothing here is going to change. Your font is not going to change, your sizing is not going to change, and you can go ahead to your local print shop and print. And all you got to do is go to file, save as, save to hard drive, and right here where it says save as type, save it to PDF portable document format. Also, if you have an external hard drive, save it into your external hard drive or your USB so you can take that to your local print shop. If you are selling this design, you also save it as a PDF and email it to your client, and all they have to do is print it out and cut it out themselves. Do not save it as a silhouette file, because if your client or your print shop don't have silhouette file or silhouette software, they will not be able to open it, okay? Also, let me point this out. You are not able to share or sell my template, but you are able to sell your actual digital file that you have already designed, if that makes sense, okay? And of course, you can sell your custom crayons, but you're not able to sell or share my actual template. If let's say you do have a cutting machine and you're like, Andrina, I want the cutting machine to cut it for me, then right here on your first paper icon, your page setup, on your third option right here, you're gonna go ahead and turn that, gonna click on that where it says registration marks, turn that on. Then right here where it says thickness, turn that all the way up. Where it says print bleed, I recommend turning your print bleed on, and it doesn't matter how far you put it. And also here where it says on your first spot right here in your page setup, click on show print border and show cut border, so you know where the cut is, and everything that's inside of your red line is what silhouette your cameo machine is going to cut. Also here you have to do some stuff, because when you go click to send for your machine to cut it out, it's gonna want to cut everything out, as you can see, and you don't want that. So click here, select everything, and right here click on no cut, and nothing's grouped. Okay, remember I ungrouped everything. Click here somewhere else on your screen to unselect everything. Only click on your rectangle and click on cut, then go ahead and select everything there, right click and group that together. Do the same thing right here and click on cut on your rectangle, select everything, right click and group it, and do the same steps for the other ones. And I'm gonna go back to my design tab here, because everything has to be inside of your red outline. And what I mean by that is everything inside of here is what your machine is going to cut. Everything outside of it is not going to cut. Okay, so that's how it is with the print and cut. I am not going to be using print and cut. I'm gonna turn it off back on my registration box, and I'm gonna turn it off. Like I said, if you want to sell these, all you have to do, let's say you did do 2 designs, you're gonna go ahead and right click, select these both, right click and duplicate, and add as many as you want that fits on the sheet. Select everything, right click and duplicate. And also an easier way to do this is, if you have that selected, you can go here to your replicate panel that looks just like this right here, and it says duplicate to the left, duplicate to the right, up and down. You can go ahead and duplicate down, and then I'm gonna hold press down on my arrow keys on my keyboard to go down, and then go ahead and duplicate one more time, just like that. And here you can go ahead, duplicate one to the left. If it fits, let's see, I'm pretty sure it fits. I'm gonna select everything and move more to the side like that, and right click and duplicate this one. Just like that, as you can see. You can move it a little bit more to the side like that. And all you have to do is, when you go ahead and print it somewhere else, like I said, save it as a PDF file. I'm actually gonna save one so you can actually see how it's going to look. It's gonna look exactly like this. I'm gonna go to file, save. Oh, sorry, if you do not have business edition, you're not able to save as a PDF file. So check out if you have this section right here. If you go to your printer icon, click on the printer icon, go click to print, and then check if you could see this. Scroll like if you have printers, and scroll all the way to see if you have Microsoft Print to PDF. And when you click there and you click on print, it's gonna ask you to put the name on it, and it's saving as a PDF document. So if you have that option and you don't have business edition, this is another way on how to save it as a PDF. I'm also gonna be leaving links down below on helpful links on me using Silhouette Studio. Okay, let me exit that out and cancel. Again, I'm going to file, save as, save to hard drive, and I'm gonna click here, save as type PDF, and I'm gonna put crayon labels, or let's say Ariana's crayon labels, so the client knows what it is. You're gonna click on OK. Then all you have to do is locate that PDF, right? This is the PDF right here. This is my PDF file. Here, you're going to need your client's email. If you know how to do an email, you're going to go put your client's email and you're going to put on the subject the crayon labels, and you're going to attach this PDF, and all your client needs to do is click on it and print. Again, all they do is click on it, and this is how the PDF is going to look. Just like this. All they have to do is print this out and go ahead and cut it out by hand or use a paper trimmer and cut it out. That's it, y'all. Also, for yourself, if you are not selling this but you do not have a printer, you go ahead and print it out somewhere, and this is how it's going to look. Everything is already sized for you, no fonts change and nothing. I hope that was helpful. If you have any other questions, feel free to comment down below if you need me to make a video specifically for something. So now I'm going to go ahead and print mine out, and I'm going to cut mine out with a pair of scissors, and we're going to start applying them to the crayons. Before we start, I forgot to say some things. For my Cricut Design users, Cricut Design Space users, I do want to point some things out. Sometimes why I tell you guys to come and use this software in Silhouette Studio, because as you see how I filled up this entire page here to print, you will not be able to do that in Cricut Design Space, because within Cricut Design Space, you do have to print out with registration marks. So because you have to do that, you are not able to do this, what I did right here, fill up this entire page with my stickers, because these basically are going to be stickers. In Silhouette Studio, you can. But like I said, you can use that software, but you are going to be limited on paper because you will not be able to fill it up. Unless you're like, listen, it doesn't matter because I will be doing a print and cut, so that doesn't matter. But within Canva, you can do this, Microsoft Word, Photoshop, Illustrator, and all those other softwares. All right. So now let's go ahead and cut them out and put them together. So go ahead and take off the backing of your sticker paper, line it up correctly. We are starting off first with the Crayon King brand, and make sure that you adhere everything correctly, and just go ahead and keep rolling it and adhere as you go. Very easy. Now, when I did do the Crayola brand, I noticed that every Crayola is not made equally. Like the wrapper, all of them are not made equally. So if you come across one of the crayons like that, I highly recommend just unraveling each of the side, or you can take off the entire wrapper. As you can see, I'm not even taking the wrapper off because the measurements that I'm using is perfectly fine. But when I went ahead and did the green crayon, I noticed that the wrapper was a little bit bigger than mine, as you can see here. So all I did was I went ahead and peel off some of the top and some of the bottom. I did not take everything off, and then I just went ahead and put my wrapper over it. All right, you guys made it all the way to the end. If you guys watch it all the way to the end, comment down below a crayon emoji to let me know that you was here. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell to get notified every time I upload new videos. Comment down below anything else you would like to see from me, tutorials, informational videos, and so on. Go ahead and join my free Facebook group. It's called Andrina's Creations Crafting Lounge. You must answer all 3 questions to get approved, and the community over there is great. I hope everyone's having a blessed day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, y'all.